Well, Shayna, a lot of people here in El Paso County are angrily asking the question, why here? There are about 400 teenage boys being held here, and many of them cross the border without their parents. But the government is thinking about adding an extra 4,000 beds here, presumably to house more kids who have been separated from their parents. And even the Republican congressman who represents this district calls that idea just nuts. This government border outpost in El Paso County is about as remote, hot, and dusty as it gets. And somewhere back there are hundreds of kids who have no idea how long they'll be kept. The adults have no idea either.
Part of what we're wondering is when these kids will be reunified with their families. How long will they be separated? What will happen to the families? Will the family member get sent back? What will happen to the students? So we don't have a lot of those questions answered yet.
Like I said, we've seen and we've heard that this separation will have long-standing impacts on these children. And I don't think that we as a community want to be a party to that.
The County Commission of El Paso approved a resolution this morning opposing the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy on illegal immigration that has led to the separation of families. But one commissioner voted no. You voted no on the resolution today. Why is that?
I've kept a pretty constant stance for the entire time I've been in office. It's nothing to do with the resolution itself. I don't feel, one, immigration is my role as a county commissioner.
In the last couple of months, roughly 2,000 kids have been separated from their parents at the border, which has created such a space crunch along the eastern border of Texas that kids are now being sent here to Tornillo in the west. Is the zero-tolerance policy here in the U.S. a deterrent to these people?
According to people that we spoke to in Central America, no.
Sammy DePasquale leads an immigrant advocacy group. They recently traveled to Central America to get a better idea of why all those immigrants are coming here.
Some of these kids, from a very young age, were being groomed to join the gangs, and then once they became 12, 13, 14 years old, high pressure. The girls were getting just pulled in.
To prostitution?
Yeah, a lot to prostitution or just to be available for gang members, sexual exploitation, and then the young men, oftentimes with a gun to their head or under threat of having someone from their family killed.
But DePasquale's advocacy group and no other local advocacy group can get in to see any of the kids here. That's because the government has contracted with this group, the nonprofit Bethany Christian Services, to go into the tents in continuous 12-hour shifts to work with the kids and help them find foster homes. But these workers have no idea how long this will go on either. At the hotel where they are staying, they are booked months ahead. You've seen those pictures of kids in cages. Well, by all accounts, that's not the case here. These kids, we're told, have access to medical facilities. There are bathrooms and showers and a chow hall. For every 20 kids, there are 2 adults supervising, and maybe best of all, there are 4-ton air conditioning units in each of the tents. Shayna?